20 Things You Didn't Know About Stephen Curry. A match made in heaven. Curry and his wife, Aisha, were actually in a church youth group together when they were young. Most people know that Curry married his college sweetheart. However, what you most likely don't know is that the two met in a church group as children in Charlotte. However, it wasn't until Curry was playing college basketball and Aisha was working on an acting career in Los Angeles that they reconnected. On their first date, the two drank chai lattes and walked down the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Ironically, Aisha was not interested in even going on a date with him. When he sent her a Facebook message, she tried to avoid him. Luckily it all worked out and they now have a beautiful daughter, Riley Curry. Curry the Kid. During his 2010 rookie season, Curry joined his teammates at a California pizza kitchen in Salt Lake City, Utah where they went to eat after going to a movie. When they sat down at the bar, the bartender did not think baby-faced Curry was old enough to drink. The bartender also did not even know who he was and decided to card the entire team. As a result of this funny experience, Curry tweeted about it. Funny enough, the bartender approached Curry to give him the phone as he had a call. It was a fan who read the tweet and wanted to confirm the truthfulness of the story. He proceeded to ask Curry to ship him sports memorabilia. Senior thesis. While at Davidson University, Curry became interested in the relationships between tattoos and NBA players. Many of the players he talked to admitted that they would not have gotten as many tattoos if they were not in the league. The players were concerned that it would hurt their chances of finding employment if they were not professional basketball players. As a result, Curry decided to write his senior thesis on the relationship between tattoos and basketball players. Born to an Ohio basketball family. Born in Akron, Ohio to a high-profile sporting family, Curry's father, Del, played for the Charlotte Hornets for the majority of his career, retiring in 2002. Sonia, his mother, player volleyball, his brother Seth plays for the Sacramento Kings and his sister, Siddle, plays volleyball, Elon University. Excellent high school record. Curry played basketball throughout high school. When his father transferred to the Toronto Raptors, Curry moved to Toronto and when that contract was up, the family moved back to Charlotte. He led the team to 3 state playoffs and 3 conference titles. Also, he was identified as one of the top 100 juniors in the United States to watch and spent summers at camps to improve upon his skills. Steph Curry the actor. Prior to Steph Curry being a household name, his father, Del Curry Sr., was known for playing for the Charlotte Hornets and Toronto Raptors for many years. In 2000, he starred in a Burger King commercial with his father. The video has now been repurposed and turned into an NBA encouragement video that features your Steph Curry warming up with his dad on the court prior to a game. Was not offered major scholarships. Once his high school career had ended, Curry was only 6 foot at the time. Of course most college coaches believed that he was too short to play. His mother and father both played sports for Virginia Tech while Curry was only offered to be a walk-on player. Virginia Tech must be regretting this decision today now that he is one of the most dominant players in the NBA. Second highest scorer freshman year. During his freshman year at Davidson, Curry was the second highest scorer on the team. In his first game against Eastern Michigan, he had 15 points but 13 turnovers. Luckily, he found his stride in the next game scoring 32 points, 9 boards and 4 assists. He became a leader in the Southern Conference by averaging 21.5 points per game to become the highest scoring among all freshmen. Chose a college with no NCAA tournament wins since 1969. Upset that no major colleges were interested in giving him a scholarship, Curry refused to accept defeat. 3 minor schools offered him a place: Davidson, Winthrop and VCU. He chose Davidson, a liberal arts school that was only a short distance from his home. At this time, Davidson had not won an NCAA tournament game since 1969. As it turns out, Curry is one of the highest profile players Davidson has ever produced. Steph Curry the Good Samaritan. Curry once found a wallet with $160 in it and returned it to the owner. The beginning of his sophomore year at Davidson, Curry found a wallet in the dining hall. There was a daily campus-wide email that is sent in the morning. Since Davidson is a small school where everyone looks out for one another, he added it to the list. Since his name, Wardell, was on the email, the kid who lost the wallet didn't know who it was. When he picked up the wallet, he was impressed by Curry beating Maryland and then asked for his autograph. Deeply religious. Curry is a very committed Christian and is vocal about his religious beliefs. He, the coach and several other Golden State Warriors players pray prior to every game. Curry believes that basketball is a way for him to share his blessing from God and showcase his power in others. During his MVP acceptance speech, Curry noted that he saw himself as God's humble servant. Valuable and growing endorsement portfolio. Up until this point in his career, Curry has been considered small-time with regards to endorsements. He has been overlooked for endorsements numerous times. Nike could have signed him but did not really offer much. Now he is one of the faces of basketball and has his pick of endorsements. After Curry wore Under Armour basketball shoes to the 2015 NBA Championship, sales increased by 754% and the Curry 1 is the most popular item on the Under Armour website. Hype before a game. Curry is said to get extremely hyped up prior to the start of every game. Prior to a game in high school, Curry was in the locker room with his team getting pumped up, prior to a Christmas tournament game, by jumping up and down. Curry actually jumped so high that he hit his forehead on the ceiling and broke it open. He had to immediately get stitches from the team doctor prior to the game. Admired by LeBron James. Also born in Akron, Ohio, LeBron James and Steph Curry are two of the most recognized faces in the NBA today. At the beginning of Curry's career, James was well established within the basketball community. He was the player, like Michael Jordan, that everyone wanted to emulate. In 2008, Curry was playing in a regional game in Detroit. The Cavaliers were in town for a game against the Pistons and James had heard about Curry's skill. He decided to watch him play and predicted that Curry would play in the NBA and do well. James invited him to talk in the locker room after the game and they mostly discussed the Davidson season. James continued to try to make games and cheer him on during victories. Already a number of records. Although still extremely young in the league, Curry already has an NBA MVP under his belt. During college he was the NCAA Division I scoring leader of 2009 and holds the record for single-season NCAA three-point field goals. In the NBA, he holds the regular season's made three-point record, the Warriors franchise leader in three-point field goals and holds the Warriors record for most three-pointers in one game. Fines for turnovers. Even though he is the reigning NBA MVP, Curry maintains a verbal contract with his mother. Every time he turns over the ball after his third every game, she fines him $100. Therefore, if he commits 4 turnovers, he will give her $100, 5 turnovers is $200, 6 turnovers is $300. Although he can afford it, this is motivation to eliminate any sloppy play and keeps him in line. To Steph, it is more about disappointing his mother than paying her the money for the turnovers. Mathlete. Of course every athlete is interested in their own statistics. However, Curry is extremely smart in math and interested in all numbers. As a child, he always wanted to be one of the characters on Num3RS because of the intricate calculations. He would always joke with his sister that since his birthday was on March 14th, Pi Day, it was perfect for his mathematic-driven mind. He even went through a phase where he would constantly play Sudoku to keep his mind sharp and interested in numbers. Kind soul. You would never know that Curry is the NBA's MVP. According to his sister, he has not changed since he was 6 years old. Now, in his late 20s, he continues to have a kind heart and works for every shot, endorsement, trophy, or honor he has and continues to work hard. He is a humble player who simply goes onto the court each night and performs a job that he loves. Outscored a team alone. While at Davidson, the team was playing a game against Chattanooga in 2008. During the first half, Curry scored 27 points while Chattanooga's team only posted 26 points on the board. That, in itself, shows his dominance on the court and continues to justify his success in the NBA. It is rare for one player at any level to outscore the entire other team in the first half. Celebrity crush is Sandra Roberts. During an interview with Sports Illustrated, Curry mentioned that his ultimate celebrity crush was a mix between Sandra Bullock and Julia Roberts. From this interview the name, Sandra Roberts, was born. The most interesting aspect of his selection is that both women are old enough to be his mother. Sandra Bullock is 51 years old while Julia Roberts is 48 years old. The amazing Steph Curry with the shot boy has dazzled the minds of spectators and inspired kids all over the world to be like him. Despite his impressive and continuous success, Curry is one of the most humble players in basketball and likely in all sports. He has an excellent work ethic ingrained in his blood due to the discipline provided by all of the athletes in his family. Curry works hard for every point he makes and award he receives while helping to win basketball games for the reigning NBA champions Golden State Warriors. With such a bright career ahead, the sky is the limit for young Curry. He has already surpassed the expectations of fans, coaches and broadcasters from around the league. Even the casual spectator is expecting great things from Curry in the future.